Miss
Yes,
Maureen, how you doing today?
I am good, y'all. I'm sorry that I'm late to the party and tardy, but I had to get
yes.
ready. I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Good
Definitely.
evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Trying to
Thank
dig up
you.
some trying to dig up some clips right now so we can play a couple clips right quick. But
Well, how much of the show did I actually miss, though? 40
we
minutes?
41 minutes in, yes. Oh, Roldo had to drop off, huh?
Yeah,
He
you
might
late,
be
late.
back. He might be.
You
I
late,
can
late.
afford to be late sometimes.
Yes, you can,
Sometimes.
baby. You can, baby. You know that, sis. You was
I
taking a
know, I
nap.
know. I was. And I had to like get my life together. Cause Tim called me. I'm like, Tim, give me like 10 minutes, man.
Well,
He's
good
like, I'm about
morning.
to
Good
start
morning.
without you. All right, I'll be there. I was straight up sleep. Like,
Yeah, that's all right.
forgive me, viewers. I work overnight. But I's here now. I'm here now.
I was here.
So Tim, did you play any clips yet? Or did I miss any clips?
I haven't played any clips yet. I was on the fly, you know. I was just trying to make sure I got your
Good.
show jumping. Do you have any clips that
Alrighty.
you have that you want to play? Because I'm still trying to get mine together.
I mean, I do actually. Let's bring her up. See, this is our fault. Tim, this your fault for not, being prepared. This your show this week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
good.
Just busting his
I have.
balls real quick.
I take full responsibility because I'm a man and I can hold myself accountable. You know, I ain't like women.
Ah,
Women don't hold
ah.
you know, women don't hold themselves accountable.
Yeah.
I plead the fifth. I straight up plead the fifth.
Uh-oh. All right, all right. Shit.
Oh
That
man, everything that I got that I wanted to show. Timothy, is that I send it to you? Let me see. Then I send it to you.
No. Now, so while we looking for that, I'm a segue into this. Like, so since pick me's and simps are being portrayed as the enemy, what do pick me's and simps actually say that's wrong? You did?
Well, what would a simp say? Only thing that a simp has to do is disagree with the person in the manosphere, and he don't necessarily got to say anything right or wrong. All he got to do is disagree.
Right.
It's
So I'm
that
gonna play.
easy.
So I'm gonna pull up King. I'm gonna pull up King Pimp. I'm King Simp. I mean, Mr. Jerry.
King Pimp. I mean King Simp.
Yeah, Mr. Jerry Jackson himself. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull him up and let him.
That's what trips me out. It's like we say women got unrealistic expectations, and some of them do, but ain't nobody got more unicorn, fairy tale, Dora the Explorer expectations of the opposite sex than us men. Again, some women do expect a man to be 6 feet tall, make six figures, and have a six-pack abs, and that's unrealistic for most men. But I know like 10 dudes already that fit into that category. All you got to do is have a good job and some good genetics, and you straight. But look at us. Like, what do we expect of a woman? She got to be a virgin, but she got to be a freak. She got to pay half the bills, but she got to do 100% of the cleaning, the cooking, the child raising. She got to be exhausted from all of that, all the cooking and washing and cleaning and all that good stuff, and still be horny enough to meet our sexual needs and get a good night's rest, but also wake up in the middle of the night in case we want some head and a turkey sandwich. That ain't it. She also got to give birth to all our babies because, we got to have that legacy. But then she can't have no stretch marks and she got to lose that baby weight in 30 days or less. And then she got to do it while fighting postpartum depression by herself, because we're gonna tell her she having an attitude or something like that, because all we thinking about is we ain't got no vagina in the last 6 weeks that she got to take to heal. That ain't it. Then she can get older, but she can't look older. Otherwise, we're gonna say that she's falling off. Like the list goes on, but just tell me something. How many women do you know that fit into that category? None. So
Did he say something wrong?
No,
I didn't hear him say
I would
nothing
say
wrong.
I didn't hear anything wrong that he said per se.
But
Per se.
I think people got to start categorizing the whole group, man, and then that's when women like, oh yeah. They start clapping. They treat every man like that. Then, you know what I'm saying? Because they already come in with this prejudice already in their heart. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I know. Yeah, just looking at him.
All or nothing gang in the comments said he sounded like he waiting to exhale.
But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, dude, he was going there like, hey, dang, breathe, brother. You know what I'm saying? I think if anybody who thinks exactly like that, that's more of the simple mindset to me, because we know that we live in modern times, right? It takes I think a team effort. You know what I'm saying? To go forward, you know what I'm saying? We submit to one another, our skills, talents, and abilities. And that's how we become powerful, you know? Not just saying the man lead the whole entire way or the woman lead. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, if she better with their finances, then doggone it. Hey, I might make the money, but hey, I can't balance a checkbook that well. Let me go ahead, submit this over to her, and then let me glean some knowledge from that. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, being considerate. It's just about being considerate, man, and just knowing what really works for your relationship. Some people might have it where they can just splurge and gotta take control or whatever the case is, but we can't create unrealistic expectations for one another.
Right. And on the flip side, you know, men will say, you know, that what women will say about men, you know, he gotta be this tall, 6-pack buff, you know, great lover, make $100,000 a year, cater to all her needs and wants and all of that, take her on trips and all of that, you know, pay all the bills and do all of that, but you know, and still have the strength, like
Don't
you
forget the
said,
push gift.
all
They
of
be
that,
wanting
all
push gifts too. Yeah,
like everything. And
I was
but
like, I can
you
get
know,
one.
right, but that same woman will work at Burger King or be overweight or something like that, and feel like she deserved that. And if she can't have that, then I'm not gonna settle for nothing that I deserve, because I worked hard to get to where I am, and I deserve to have this, that, and the other. So it's delusion on both. It's delusion on both sides. And if anybody comes in and challenges those expectations that they have, oh, you a pick me, oh, you a simp. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I also think with some of these situations is that I think both have how you want to say, I think their delusion is shared. I always told Tim that I think they're both in a I guess you would say a boat without a paddle. But they are say, well, listen, no, I'm not the same as her. I'm not the same as him. So, Tim, have you gotten into the lioness and the hyenas? And
I haven't gotten to that yet.
whole...
No, I haven't gotten to that yet.
Oh, okay.
Let's welcome the elder Mugabe to the platform.
Blessing.
Let's welcome Mugabe.
Hey, I just want to say something, man. How's everybody doing, man? Hopefully everybody is well. Hopefully you can hear me well, and hopefully everybody is
loud and clear.
Yeah, hopefully love and life is touching everybody right now. I just have a little something I want to speak on right now. That clip about Derek Jackson that you just played a couple minutes ago, it was extremely problematic. It was extremely problematic, and more than it being problematic, the fact that you guys agreed with it was problematic. The fact that you agreed that that's how men think is extremely problematic to me. Like most men, most men are not that guy. That guy was pandering to a predominantly female audience, and you guys literally agreed with his pandering. Like though that was extremely the comments that he made was the extreme of every scenario. Like yes, there's some men that adhere to some of the things that he said. But most of us don't agree in totality. You don't. Most of the men in your life don't, as ladies. So why would you put that out there as being how men behave? Now, if we're going to have this conversation and we're going to have this conversation in honesty, the honest way to have this conversation is saying, yes, there are men that are simps. Derek Jackson is more than a simp; he's a pandering simp. There are women that are pick me's, and 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 honestly, and we had this conversation a little bit earlier. I'm going through a tunnel right now, so please tell me if the signal is going out or not.
We
Okay.
hear you good, brother.
Yeah, there's if and I'm speaking to black women because that's my family. I'm not speaking to other women right now. I'm speaking to black women because that's my family. The fact that black women have a problem with women doing things that would make them more attractive to men speaks volumes about the toxicity amongst the sisterhood. You should be doing things that makes you more valuable to the men in your community. Why? And I said this earlier. If we look at the sisterhood is the least likely to be married, the least likely to stay married, and the least likely to remarry. And that's not by choice, as much as y'all would want to believe it is. Why do I say that? If you understand that a thing is not conducive to the end result for most of y'all is marriage. Y'all want to be wives. The overwhelming majority of y'all do. I don't want to hear that shit from some of y'all that say, marriage don't mean nothing to me. It don't mean you're bullshit. Because as soon as your homegirl say, whoop-de-whoop proposed, y'all damn near get wet yourself. So we're not going to play that game. We're not gonna play that game at all. The overwhelming majority of y'all want to be wives. Excuse me. Let me rephrase that. The overwhelming majority of y'all want to get married. You don't want to be wives because the overwhelming majority of y'all ain't wife material. But that's a whole nother conversation. Now, I said that to say, if we're looking at what Derek Jackson said, what Derek Jackson said was totally problematic. And play it again, and let's just look at it. Let's look at it piece by piece. He made black men a monolith. He made men a monolith, and there's nothing in that. None of y'all know the man that he's describing in totality. Play it again, Tim.
All right. But I gotta throw this disclaimer in fairness. We're talking now about these internet space factions. So he's referring to internet factions. These men going your own way. These men that claim they want traditional wives on the internet. Emphasis on the internet. This is what they said that they want. So I'm gonna play it again. Let me pull it up.
I ain't want to disturb Brother Moody Why, but that's exactly what
We say women got unrealistic expectations, and some of them do, but ain't nobody got more unicorn, fairy tale, Dora the Explorer expectations of the opposite sex than us men. Again, some women do expect a man to be 6 feet tall and make six figures and have a six-pack abs, and that's unrealistic for most men. But I know like 10 dudes already that fit into that category. All you got to do is have a good job and some good genetics, and you straight. But look at us. Like, how what do we expect of a woman? She got to be a virgin, but she got to be a freak. She got to pay half the bills, but she got to do 100% of the cleaning, the cooking, the child raising. She got to be exhausted from all of that, you know, all the cooking and washing and cleaning and all that good stuff, and still be horny enough to meet our sexual needs and
Stop
get a
right
good
there.
night's
Stop it.
rest,
Stop
but
it.
also
Stop it.
wake
Pause
up.
it. Pause it. Pause it. Who,
You know,
I don't know that. I've never heard that guy before.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
have
I
you
mean,
ever heard that guy?
I never heard that guy before, but I don't know what cats think like that because that's some real unrealistic views, you know what I mean, based upon how we got to get into society. I never heard no shit like that.
I've never heard a man speak like that ever.
I never I never heard no men around me speak like that. You know what I mean?
Right,
But this
but
is the
again,
point of what I'm saying.
and I'm not devalidating what you're saying, but we're speaking about the internet space, and the internet
But
space
you know what?
podcast called Fresh and Fit, and that was the message that they portrayed. You know, these
Well,
women out here, they saying they want
Absolutely.
traditional men, but they're like, oh, there was one clip. I wish I had it on hand. There's when these women was like, oh, a man is supposed to do this, a man is supposed to do that. It's in the Bible, and then he hit them with like, oh, are you a virgin? Are you this? Are you all of this traditional stuff that you say men are supposed to be? So how you gonna ask for a traditional man when you're not a traditional man? You know, the wife has all of these qualities.
But that's not what Derek Jackson just said. None of that was what Derek Jackson just said. He said men. He didn't say internet men. He said men.
Men. He ain't talking about a group. He just talking about men. But
He's
maybe
talking about us in totality. That
But-
nigga literally said out of his mouth, we expect women to be virgins and freaks. Who in the fuck
Who the
expects
fuck?
a virgin to be a freak?
A freak.
The
Know what I
manosphere. The manosphere
Nobody
expect
does.
that.
Nobody
incels
does.
suspect that.
Wait. What you say?
How?
Listen, we're not
you say?
arguing. Listen, I don't have a manosphere guy up on here. I don't have a mental guy up here to argue with y'all guys with. So we're just talking about these fractions and their opposers. You know what I'm saying? So this is the reason
But
why
sis,
we
please,
picked Derek J.
go ahead.
And Mr.
But
Brown
what
is
I'm-
in the
No, go
comments
ahead.
right now.
So no.
Mr. Brown in the
What
comments, he at work, so
fraction?
he can't come up because he's a
Right.
manosphere guy.
What fraction
And-
Derek Jackson represents? You know, I'm just butting in. I'm commenting based upon what I'm hearing so far. And
The
I'm saying
Simps.
I understand.
He
like
represents
the
the Simps,
Simps,
brother.
So the Simps and the pick me is the whole conversation about. So Derek Jackson represents the Simps.
Absolutely.
No, he represents
Wow.
the delusional.
Yeah.
He represents the
It's the same
delusional.
thing.
Yeah, did
No, he doesn't represent like he's saying that men are delusional, but he's representing the delusional. What he described as being men, what he described as remember at the beginning of what he said, this is very important. He said women want a guy to make six figures, have a six pack, and have a good job and whoopty whoop. And I know 10 guys like that. We all know 10 guys like that, motherfucker. We all know 10 niggas like that. Nigga, that's not a reach. And then he went into giving the spiel about some delusional shit about what men expect from women. And I've never met a man that had those expectations of a woman.
I just
ever.
need a big booty monster with a six pack and freckles. That's it. We good.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like,
All right,
We
guys.
good.
we're gonna
fellas,
if
I
we're
would
gonna
like to
have these
share.
conversations. Go ahead, sis.
I would like to share a definition with you guys. Well, first, I'm gonna share a statement. I don't know if Timothy has actually told you guys what the show is about. So we got
I know what
the
this show about.
Manosphere,
I'm sorry.
we got the Divestors, we got the Passport Bros, we got the SYBM dudes, Mental, the pills. I just said the pills. I'm not going down how many. It's a lot of pills, bro. So we just gonna say the pills. Simps, pygmies, incels, hyenas, lioness, the wall, and boss bitches. All right, so these fractions of internet people have the same damn thing and the same enemy in common, which is a pick me and simp. Hence why we named the show this.
Oh, okay.
So the manosphere is then this is the definition I pulled off of Google and Wikipedia. So it's the manosphere is a collection of websites, blogs, and online forums promote masculinity, misogyny, and the opposition to feminism. Communities within the manosphere include men's rights activists, incels, men going their own way, pickup artists, and fathers' rights groups. So I'm in my logic and my rationality, I'm thinking Derek Jackson's talking about these fractions of people. In the passport guys and the
Yeah,
SYBM dudes.
all the
I'm
different,
thinking
yeah, all
these
the
are the
different
Right.
fractions that
factions.
he's talking
Yeah,
about,
So
and that's
sis,
and
what I'm
not
what's a
saying.
all
normal?
men.
Wait a minute, sis. What's a normal guy to you then? As a
What's a
woman,
normal
what's a
guy? That's a
normal
very
guy?
a normal
I'm gonna
guy.
step
He like
away
to
for a
watch
sec. Hold it,
sports.
hold it down, morphine. I'm step away real quick.
Okay. A normal guy to me is the guy that likes sports. He watch sports. He's a manly man. Don't really have too much debate in him. Probably a little short. That's manly traits to me.
So a normal guy is a guy that's into his team, that's not really argumentative. And
That
when
part.
you say short, you mean in stature,
No, short, like
like.
in communication. Like I got a whole paragraph. He just got a
Short
sentence.
temper.
Oh,
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
oh, all right, that okay. So
So
that go
before
ahead,
we
brother.
before we get into that, so the pick me was the sisters that's actually married that actually try to make themselves look like a pick me type person amongst the single women. Is that correct? That's what I got because I was on at first, but I got off. Is
No,
that
the
correct?
pick-me's are not single. The pick-me's are trying to get picked.
Okay, all right, I got you. I got it.
The
I got
Pickles
it.
are single. You mean they're not married? They're not married. They're trying to
Yeah.
get picked.
So the pick me's get information from a married woman on these different factions, and they actually try to figure out this is how they get picked. That's what it was
No,
about.
No, not
no,
at all.
the
Okay.
pick-me's listen to what men complain about, and
Uh-huh.
everything that these men complain about, they say, I'll never do that. If a woman
Okay.
says, I ain't gonna bring a man a plate, well, I'll bring you a plate, baby. If a woman says, I ain't washing no clothes, I ain't being no man's slave, I'll wash clothes. That's what a woman supposed to do. That's the pick me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank y'all. Thank you for
Welcome, John.
clarification.
Welcome,
And
John
guess
Nail, and
and
welcome,
guess
Mr.
what?
Brown.
And guess what? Everybody on this
Welcome,
panel,
Mr. Brown.
they grandmama and great grandmama was probably a whole ass pick me according to that definition. A whole ass. This is the problem. This is why I say what's wrong with this generation of game goofy ass black women. Like, and I'm just gonna be honest, and I love y'all dearly, but I'm old enough to not have to give a fuck about y'all feelings and tell y'all the truth. Here's the deal. Y'all are the least married, the least remarried, and the most divorced women out here because y'all don't want to be pick me's. But every other culture of women out here, every other culture of women out here understands how to cater to their men, except
Right.
for the American black
And that's
woman.
the thing, though,
Y'all
is
think
that's the
it's a
thing, though,
problem.
Mugabe, but that's the hyenas and all the lionesses and all of that. They're the ones that say we don't have to do what our grandmamas did. We're not putting up with the same thing grandma put up with. We're not putting up with,
That's
But you
not
don't have
lionesses.
to.
That's not lionesses.
and that's not
That ain't.
lionesses. I said that's the hyenas. Then the hyenas are like, we ain't doing what grandmama did. We not
They don't have to. They
we
don't
not
have to.
granddaddy ain't about to have a family on the side. We're not putting up with granddaddy having a
They
family
don't
on the
have.
side like
They
grandma
don't
did.
have to. They don't have. They don't have to. They don't have to. They go be 60, 70 years old, and guess who gonna be the person sleeping in the bed with them? One of their adult children.
In church, Jesus gonna be their boyfriend. Jesus, my man.
Or guess
Praise the
what? They go
Lord.
get older. Listen to me. This is real shit. And I keep it a buck. I'm 52 years old. I told y'all this earlier. I know a lot of beautiful black women that are in their late 40s, early 50s. And guess what they have a problem finding? A solid, sustainable relationship. Why? Not because they're fucked up so much, but because they have a lot of baggage and nobody's necessarily checking for the chick that's 50 years old that's pretty. Their niggas is checking for the 30-year-old bitch that's pretty, the 35-year-old bitch that's pretty. See, you have your competition is being created every day, ladies. That attitude you have at 25 and 30 that I don't need a nigga and I can do whatever the fuck I want to do and I don't have to do none of that. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. But the older you get, the less the buses start running. And I land the plane.
Hey, so what's up with these boss bitches? We're gonna just talk about simp and pick me today. We talk about boss bitches another day, right?
No, we talking about the whole set. The
Okay,
whole
all
set.
right.
Do you
They
mind if
all
I?
boss bitches in their 20s, bro. They all boss bitches in their 20s.
Let's let
But we got Mr. Brown. We got Mr. Brown up here right now from the Manosphere.
Let's let Mr. Brown jump in and say his piece. Go ahead, Mr.
Hey,
Brown.
Mr.
All
Brown.
right. So greetings. Hello, everyone.
How you doing,
I know
sir?
most of the people up here. Hope y'all having a good night. I'm gonna be quick.
Top of the evening, brother.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I just want to be real quick. I'm gonna be real quick. I just need to clear up the definition of the manosphere, because what we see on Google basically comes from feminists.
Okay.
They don't really when basically like Wikipedia stuff like that. It's whoever get to it first, right?
Right.
So the manosphere
Absolutely.
is really a body of work created by men that has been collected and built over time. The aim and goal of the manosphere is to be able to have a space in which they can learn from other men and navigate the world of dating, politics, life, and individual self-improvement. Now, when we speak on incels, uh, incels and people who are hopeless, those are black pill individuals. So it's almost damn near we don't really consider them part of the manosphere. You know, they are men. There are men who are in red pill rage. Okay, so I just want to make sure I put it in proper context. And also, when we talk about a pick me, I need to be clear. The women came up with the word pick me in a response to lionesses, and the definition has changed to be more so like basically a female simp.
Okay.
And it's meant to shame women who align with male leadership.
But bro, 90% of their grandmamas and great grandmamas in today's standards would have been called pick-me's by these goofy ass women.
That's
Let's
true.
just keep it a buck, bro. They grandmamas made plates, cleaned house, washed dishes, did laundry, stayed away from men when men was talking, did everything that they are saying, and they stayed in relationships for 50 years. Not saying that you have to do that exactly. Not saying that you have to do that exactly. But if you're saying that that's wrong, that means that your grandmama and your great grandmama was wrong too, ladies. So go slap the shit out of your granny for being a pig. Go slap her dentures out of her mouth because she was a fucking pig with your feminist misandrous ass. Or understand that there is some qualities to those capabilities. You see it
The ancestors don't want to hear that.
You go to women around the world. Women around the world have a huh?
You was
robot.
What you say, bro?
You serious, son?
You was robot, but you good now.
You was robot.
I'm going through a tunnel. My bad.
You good now.
Yeah, give me about 30. I'll come back in about 30 seconds. I'm going through some tunnels right now.
All right.
You said with Julie.
All right.
Yeah. So I also want to clear up as far as men in the manosphere. There are lawyers in the manosphere. There are doctors in the manosphere. I know some of them personally. So this labeling of men whining, the incels, that's false. I'm really tired of hearing it. That's all.
That is all new terminology to me. It's cool to learn about all this. See how people actually are socializing today based upon how they need to find themselves through social media and the internet. The negative aspect would be actually putting people, men and women, into subgroups based upon these thoughts and theories. Because a lot of us are still obtaining information through relationships, being in relationships, the way we learn. So it's cool hearing about all these different theories and these concepts to see what they're based upon.
So Julie didn't have a tax return saved in here already on the SharePoint.
Oh, she's talking to somebody in the background, but
I'm gonna mute him.
nah, I'm just saying, like, it's good to hear it because you get to look into these different thought process, these concepts, and hopefully it work for you. You know what I mean? But some of it sounds negative. You know what I mean?
I think it's a little bit of
but here's the
negativity
deal.
on
That's
both
just my
sides.
opinion. That's my
On both
opinion.
sides, there's a little bit
Correct.
of notions of negativity, and on both sides,
But
both in my opinion, want shit their way without compromise. Sometimes it seems like.
But Keisha, let me say
So
this: you're a
go ahead.
young woman. By the time you get to your early 40s, if you're not in a functional, non-toxic relationship, you're gonna be a whole pick-me out here. And I'm just telling you, like, the older women get, the more men, the older we get, the less we acquiesce to women. Like, you're going to start acquiescing. You're gonna say, hey, wait a minute, maybe I do need to make this man a plate. Maybe I do need to make sure that I do A, B, C, and D to keep this man happy and keep him around me. You're gonna acquiesce to that. If you're older and you don't have a functional if you're not in a functional non-toxic functional relationship, you're going to acquiesce to that. That's just the natural state. You're not going to have that 25-year-old, and I'm not saying you do personally, you're not going to have that 25-year-old pussy popping, all these niggas want to get up in this pussy mentality. You're not going to have that at 45. You're just simply not. And if you cultivate the skills to if you want to have a man, if you cultivate those skills in your 20s, by the time you in your 40s, you didn't build something. But if you wait till you in your 40s, guess what? Why would I want the 45-year-old bitch and I can get the 30-year-old bitch? And I'm just keeping it a buck. If I'm a nigga on my
Can I keep
shit,
it real with you,
I'm a
brother?
nigga getting I got
Even with
my career is in order. My life is somewhat.
Mhm.
Why would I fuck with 40-year-old bitch figuring it out? And there's a 25-year-old bitch that got it figured out right now.
Because it's not a lot of 25-year-olds that got it figured out right then and there. And even with the women that grow into their maturity,
there's a gang of them. Sis,
if there was a
of
gang
them.
of them, brother, look, if there's millions of 25-years-olds, yes. Are there million? I can't talk with you.
Go ahead, sis.
You gotta let me get it out. You gotta let me get it out before you attack everything. So if there were millions of 25-year-olds that got it together, it would be millions of 25-year-old wives. And it ain't. In one breath, we can't say that women are wasting their 20s. In one breath, we cannot say women are wasting their 20s and then say it's millions of women that's not. So which one is it? This is where confusion and I want to say shit gets contradicted at. If it's women that are wasting their youth, let's talk about the women that's wasting their youth. We can't segue against that just to make a point that you could get whatever the fuck you want. Because if you can, brother, then what is the point of having these fractions? What is the point of having a Manosphere, Passport Bro, a Save Yourself Black Man groups? What is the point of having this shit if you have all these options? If all these options are out there, clearly
All right.
they're not.
Do you mind if I
Clearly, it's
respond to
the
that?
issue. clearly, let's
Can I
talk about
can I
the
touch on that?
issue.
Can I
And
touch on that
even
for
with
I,
15
I like
seconds?
to
wait a
respond to
minute,
that.
let me finish. Let
Okay,
me
go
finish,
ahead, Brother
fellas. Let
Brown.
me land my plane because I definitely been respectful. Um, even with the women in their 30s, the women in my age group, once we get to our okay, bitch, you was fucking up all your 20s. Let's get it together. It's like, well, why couldn't you think that when you was 21? Because bro, I was 21. What was you
Right.
thinking when you was 21? Like,
Wide
you know,
open.
like why you? Because you a man
Wide open.
above the shit, but I can't. Like, I can't even make the mistakes. You can make mistakes. I can't. So come on now. We just
Now,
gotta be
what is
fair
this
sometimes.
on
That's
my
all I'm
damn
saying. And I
camera,
land my plane.
cuz?
I land my plane.
All
Brother
right,
Brown,
so
would
What's
you
up
like
with
to
this?
address that? And I got
yeah,
after
yeah,
you.
Yeah,
yeah.
what that is right there, cuz?
So I would like to
Hang on, Mr. Brown, real
so,
quick, if I may.
all
If
right.
I
So
may,
I
Mr. please.
go ahead. Go
Real
ahead.
quick. What I have on the screen right now is by year the average age people were married. In 1998, the average age that men got married was 25. The average age women got married was 27. In 2021, the average age men got married is 28, and the average age women get married is 30.
All right.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Brown.
All right. So I'd like to answer Lakeisha's question and also address I think his brother Goldie. All right. So Lakeisha, you said that what is the point of having all of these factions? Here's the thing. Like I said before, it's a body of work. It's different men have different lenses on how they're approaching the solution. You know, you got some passport bros, you got some, men going their own way, which I argue is mainly the white individuals. You have again, you have attorneys, you got lead attorneys, you got handsome man game, you have poor man's podcast, you have Afro male strategies. They all have different niches within this body of work. So it depends on what your needs. And I think his brother, is it Goldie?
Yeah, Goldie. It's cool, sir. How
Um,
you doing?
all right, greetings. I'm well, man. All right, so you had said that some of it sounds negative. I would argue that most of the things that probably sounds negative to you are black pill individuals. And I know people like to dismiss the pills. They like to dismiss the vocabulary words, and they say it's on the internet. But a lot of these things have been reality tested. I could talk to a brother who hasn't even heard of these vocabulary words, but as soon as I give them the vocabulary words, he know exactly what's going on, and it
Hmm.
changes his mindset on what is happening, and it gives him a better lens on the things that's occurring in his life. You know,
Mm.
and I would like to know when you say that some of it sounds negative. Um, can you give a description on what you see that sounds negative?
Well, the simple fact
Welcome
I'm gonna
to
give.
the
of me
Oh, go
platform.
ahead.
understanding, the simple fact of me
Go ahead,
understanding the
Goldie.
consciousness of a simp when it talks to a man, when a man is doing certain things for a female, whether it's like he's courting her or whatever like that, that's just a simp thing. I mean, just to put a name on it, the consciousness of putting a name on it for a guy, why a man can't just be a man? So I take that as negativity because some men choose to do these things for their females. You know what I mean? On the
I,
other end,
well,
Mm-hmm.
can I respond to that first?
yeah, you go ahead.
All right. So here's the thing: is nothing wrong with doing something for your woman. Basically, what and I do realize in a lot of macro spaces, the word simp is used incorrectly. I will acknowledge that.
Uh-huh.
But what a simp is doing something for that woman, and she hasn't earned it.
Correct. That,
That's
that,
the difference.
that's a normal simp I understand it. But how I was understanding it from the consciousness of from hearing the theories, like a simp is a man that buy a woman flowers. Like if you really love her, he's a
Oh,
simp.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Stuff like
That's
that.
Stop right
wrong.
there.
That's
You
Stop
know what
right
I
wrong.
mean?
there.
That's
Stop right
incorrect.
there. Stop right there.
Yeah.
I'm anybody that knows me, Goldie. My name's Mugabe.
Yeah, I know you.
Anybody
What's
that
up, babe? We met last time.
what's going on, fam? Anybody
Chilling,
that
baby.
knows me, know I'm probably as about as red pill as the red pill can be. Like seriously. And every woman that I deal with get flowers. Every single one of them. Every single one of them get a door opened for them. Every single one of them get a chair pulled out for them. Every single one of them. That doesn't make me a simp. That
It
makes me a gentleman.
it
Mhm.
Understand the
it
difference,
makes you
bro.
but this the thing though. It makes you a simp according to the rules and regulations of whatever independent faction is against that. That's the
That's
whole
that, that's
Hold
what
on,
That's
hold
not
on,
I'm
but
true.
saying.
That's not true.
allow me to finish. Allow
That's
me to
called
finish.
chivalry.
What that's
Allow
called,
MGTOW
me to
man?
is
finish.
definitely
Wait,
against that,
Chivalry.
Mr.
man, what
Brown.
is
It's just
that?
not part of the ministry.
Chivalry.
Okay.
Allow me to finish. Every single time, not without exception, and I'm about as red pill can be. And what that is that's called being chivalrous.
Chivalrous, a chivalrous
That's
man.
all it is, bro.
That's
And
all it is.
there's nothing simp about being chivalrous
Chivalrous.
at
Right.
all.
Right.
but see
There's
Right.
that's the thing though. They
absolutely
got
now.
whole
Hold on, hold on,
video.
hold on, hold on, hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
What we cannot do is we can't let young men that have no experience with women at all make the definitions for men.
Right. We have to
These
get the definitions right.
we have to get the definitions right. Now, what a simp to me, a simp to me is a man that goes outside of what would be his natural character to acquiesce to a woman.
Correct.
All
Right.
right. So, see, so even with that being said, when you added the to me, that means there's a lot of nuances to these
Absolutely.
definitions. So that means that these
Absolutely.
definitions
Excuse me.
can't hold a different meaning to someone else.
Yeah, they're
So
fluid.
right. So you saying you
No, no, no. They're not.
finish.
Mm,
Let me finish. So you can't, in the same breath, say we can't let this other group redefine it when you have your own individual definition for it yourself.
But
no.
you can't let kids make a definition of what manhood is, bro.
Well,
You can't
I'm
let
gonna say
you
this.
can't let you can't let you can't let incels define what manhood is.
Right. And the incels are the black pill individuals. I want to make sure I reiterate that. I barely even talk about the black pill guys. And
Can,
I
can you tell
I
us
see
what is
that.
black pill, guys?
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
what
didn't
is
know
that?
I
y'all.
got
I
you.
don't even know what that is.
All right, yeah, all right, y'all ready? I give you I got the definition right here.
Yes,
Okay.
Black
let's
pill
get it.
has a mindset of hopelessness and forever will be on the bottom type of mindset. These are the men that follows the mindset would have the mindset of incels, which leads to mass shootings, self deletion. Um, Elliot Roger is a symbol of men who feel hopeless with their perceived and sometimes real lack of sexual and social status, being low on the totem pole when it comes to society and mating. Black pill mindset is lumped in by outsiders to discredit the manosphere by labeling the manosphere itself a bunch of incels.
Huh?
Do you guys
I
comprehend
think
what he
feminism
said?
got that
Man,
same
man,
shit.
I
I
I,
want to
I,
know
The
who
I
niggas
wrote
get
that
it.
that.
ain't the
It's like the
niggas that
third
ain't
wave
getting
of
no pussy.
feminism.
Hold on, real
Well,
quick.
all I,
Let's
No,
welcome.
no.
Hang on. Let's welcome King to the platform, everybody.
what
you're
up,
welcome.
boss?
Hey, peace. How
Hey,
y'all doing? How
King,
you feeling? How y'all feeling?
What's going on, family?
how you doing?
Man, I'm well.
Yeah,
Clean
yeah.
yourself.
It's them individuals that get mad because he broke up with his girl and want to go kill the bitch.
I just want to
Hmm.
know
I
Oh,
was
okay.
just
So
gonna
why,
say
only
like,
that.
why is the pill black?
it's a play on the
You right.
Matrix. You know, it's a play on the Matrix. So with the Matrix, the what you call it,
Okay.
Bill, you know the truth. You take the blue pill, you stay in the Matrix.
That
So
was a good one though.
I
Can't
get
call
what
the
he's
black
saying.
pill the
Why the
black
worst
pill.
of the
Why it
pills
gotta be
gotta be
black,
black
son? You
though?
see
Right.
what
Why
what?
I gotta be
Yeah, I
black?
You know
feel
what
you.
I mean?
Right.
I
It can't
feel
be a
you. I
yellow
feel
Stop
you.
pill or
messing it
something.
up.
it's the white pill. It's the white pill. That's why they all feel
Okay.
the same.
What's a
I
white
feel
pill?
you.
Like let's change
I see
that
what you
color.
did there.
Goddamn it, we
I
don't
see what
like
you
that.
did there, brother. I see what you
So I just
did.
No,
want to say, the pills and knowing the definitions is serious. If we just keep saying, oh well, I don't identify with this, I don't identify with that. but you, some way, shape, form, or fashion, we all have a mindset that falls into these categories. And I'm glad to hear, brother Mudiwa. I've been knowing this for years, and I finally heard him say it that he is red pill as red pill come. And so I'm very glad to hear that. What I'm saying, I
I'm really
understand.
surprised it
You
was.
know, I understand. With these quote unquote new vocabulary words, and you would say, oh, well, it came up from the Matrix. It came, these white folks started it, blah blah blah. I'm just saying, listen, let's do what works. You see what I'm saying?
And my thing, brother Brown, is this. It's I think, and I applaud you for all of the work you do as far as trying to, rebuild the relationships between black men and black women and get our shit together. I think that you're fighting. You might win some battles, but you're not going to win the war. I
Mm,
I think I personally think that if you're genuinely want to see change, we have to kind of like move forward. Like like fuck them. If they and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. If the sisterhood doesn't want to be marriage material, fuck them. Okay,
right,
and I mean that literally. Just fuck them. Just bust a nut and get on. Teach the
right,
youngsters to just fuck on them because that's what they want to be. They want to be
right,
sex
right.
objects. That's
You
all
you
they
you
want to be.
you
And
absolutely
I
that's
right.
on
And,
mean,
gu-
your
and
we
guess
social
what, brother?
can't
media.
say
And guess
that.
and
We
Let,
guess
can't.
let
what?
me
Guess
finish.
what,
We
Let
brother?
me
can't say that,
finish.
Moody.
Oh,
Don't.
go
We
ahead.
Let me
cannot say
fin.
that, Moody. We
Let
cannot
me
say that,
finish.
Moody.
Let me
Holy
finish. I know
snapping.
it hurts. I know it
Holy
hurts, but let me
snapping.
finish. We're talking about the overwhelming majority of the sisterhood right now. The overwhelming majority of the sisterhood right now, they want to be nothing more than sex objects.
That's what
That's
you
what
see in
they
the
want to
media.
be
That's what you
because
see in
of
the media.
social media. And guess
That's
what?
what they
If
got
that's what
media.
they
That's what they
want to
got in the
be,
media.
if they want to offer pussy, if they want to offer sex, and that's all they want to offer, and they're saying, I don't give a fuck about being a wife. I don't want to do nothing that's wifely. Stop trying to turn the Chrysler 300 into a motherfucking Phantom. Let it be a
Well,
Chrysler
right.
300.
I mean, I
Uh,
agree with
and,
that.
and brother and brother
I agree
brother
with that.
Mudawa, yeah, I agree with that 100%. Now here's the thing. I'm me personally, I'm not trying to turn a hyena into a lioness. No, no. What I want to do, just like you said, give the young people will have basically document all this stuff and give the young people the tools and the vocabulary words that okay, you know what, that's a hyena. Oh, she may be fine, but just like you said, just fuck on them and don't take them serious. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
Because that'll waste your time.
I want to say this right here though.
Can I
But,
give some?
but
Can
can I
can
can
I
As
I
an
say this real
example.
go
fast,
ahead? I'm
Queen?
sorry.
Real fast, please.
Go ahead, baby.
Yeah, but if we fuck on them and we just basically reinforcing that they're the more dominant ones and it lessens the ones that are more valuable because we giving them so much attention, why don't we bypass those women with
Yeah.
those low vibrational energies and then put our focus on the ones with the high vibrational energies?
Now
Exactly.
that would
Like
be
truly
ideal. That would
really.
be ideal. But
Yeah.
brother, unfortunately, I see a lot of us, and I hate to admit this, we will
A
go
big
after a
booty, they
fine
want
hyena.
right. They want the big booty because she fine. Let's just be
Big
real.
booty monster with a six
And
pack. You
fuck
already
on her
know.
and leave her where she at.
Right.
Let her be the sexually liberated. I don't give a fuck about acquiescing to a woman that she wants to be. Fill her up with semen and do it moving.
Oh
Like that's
no,
what they
strap up.
want.
Yeah,
You better
I'm
strap
not
up.
talking
Strap
about.
up.
I'm not talking
You
Strap
about
better
up.
strap
having a
up.
baby.
Kamikaze.
Oh
Yeah, I'm not
no.
talking about having. What I'm
Boy, some
saying is,
shit
yeah,
up
I'm saying that's what she wants. She wants to be perceived
Wow.
as this vixen. She wants to be perceived as this bitch that her offering to the world is nothing more than pussy. So let her be that. She like I said this earlier. The average sister out here today, the average sister out here today will let you come in her throat but will not put no gas in your tank.
That's true.
Let me say that
Well, there
again.
is that.
The
There
average.
is that as well.
King, King made the
I'm
same
gonna
face
say
I
it again.
made earlier when you said it the first time. Like when you said it,
Woo!
Hey,
King,
man.
She
Your
will
face
let
was
your
like,
cum down her
well,
throat.
basically,
She will
basically
let
what
you
he's
cum
alluding
down
to
her throat and will
before
not
she bring
give
you a
you
plate, right?
$20 on some fucking gas, man.
Yeah,
See,
she won't help
they're
you.
can
telling
I
you
say
what they
this?
want to be. Hold on,
But
sis.
can I
Hold
say
on,
this
sis.
though?
Hold,
It's
hold on,
meant.
sis. Hold on,
I would
please.
say
Let me.
this.
I'm landing the
Go ahead.
plane. I'm landing the plane, sis. I'm landing the
Go
plane.
ahead.
If that's what they want to be, why are young men out here trying to turn a Chrysler 300 into a motherfucking Phantom? And there's whole cultures of women all around the world. There's cultures of women that's here in America that take being a wife and a mother serious.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
But
Those, those are the lionesses.
but she might not be the prettiest thing in the world. No, she might not.
That's
She
true.
might not be the fittest thing
That's true.
in the world. No, you know what I mean?
Right.
It is
And
just
that's what
what
That's
it
they
is.
bullshit. That's
And I will
bullshit.
always add.
They got
hold on.
monsters
That's what
out
they
there that do
advocate.
their
They
work. They got
advocate that,
monsters
but they
that do their work.
advocate for that's
Yeah,
but they advocate. They got a
Listen,
whole
so
slogan.
everybody
Feminine
can't have
self.
one. It
yeah, that's
just is
true.
what it is.
Everybody can't have one
Everybody
like
can't
that.
have one.
But like
It
I'm
just you
saying,
might if you want a woman of character and all that matters is character and at a youthful age you want it before 30 then she might not have these she might not be visually what you want it to be. Now what?
Now,
And that's
I
And
am an advocate. Now, Moody, why it's probably different because you out there in California, but I do agree that we probably need to go down in looks to increase in cooperation and feminine
that
qualities.
that's what I'm about to say real fast, brother. Because I feel like if we give those women attention, the ones with the natural bodies, the ones that seem like they got the regular jobs or whatever the case is, they're not gonna feel like they're adequate enough to be with us. So they try to emulate the stuff that most guys want. So we want the ones with the
Yes,
big
that's what's going
asses,
on too.
the flat stomachs and titties, and next thing they're going to get surgery because
so
we're giving them too much
so
attention.
y'all just talked all that crap about Derek Jackson and now y'all are affirming
But
affirming what he said. Y'all was
my
saying
thing
the
is this
Let
though.
me say something.
My
y'all
thing
want
is
all
this
these
though.
y'all hold on,
Let me say
wait,
something real quick.
hold on. Okay, go ahead, King. You ain't said nothing. Go ahead.
I feel like it's a bigger picture than what y'all talking about. I feel like because of the media's exposure, that's why these young folks are feeling like they have to look like the vixens. They have to get these BBLs, and in turn, these brothers are seeking that because that's what they're being fed.
Correct.
Now, if we flip the script as a whole and start showing that, hey, this is not who we are. This is not who we should be attracted to. Then that's when your better come. What happened. And
I agree.
as for like I don't know if you're speaking on the majority of women, but I don't see that. I don't see that, that statistic or that number that you putting out, brother, as far as all the women want is, what I'm saying, to bust down their throat. Now, I'm a married man, but prior to me being married, I had my fair share of women. You know what I mean? I done been around the block,
He
but
talking about the hyenas, the city girls,
yeah, I don't see
Megan
that
Thee
because
Stallion.
I see more respectful women than I see ratchet. You know what I mean? Now there
Oh
are
wow.
your fair share of ratchets. You know what I'm saying? But I guess it boils down to pretty much where you put yourself, where you
Well,
find
the thing
yourself at.
about it,
If you
the
find
thing
yourself
about
in the club, you know what I mean? Then
That's
that's all
what
you're
you
gonna see.
value.
If you find yourself in some ratchet ass shit, then yeah, that's all you're gonna see.
Yeah.
But if you put yourself in a place of class and higher value, then you're gonna see something completely different.
Can I say something right quick, brother, to address what you said?
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I'm at
And
Valley. Go
this
ahead.
ain't me.
Go ahead. Go
This
ahead.
ain't
Go ahead.
me with this ain't me pushing this narrative. This is just
Mm-hmm.
my observation. If
Mm-hmm.
you look at the current state of the sisterhood right now,
Mm-hmm.
2023, the
Mhm.
current state of the sisterhood of young women. Look at who is the thought leaders in their community. The
Right.
thought leaders in their community are the ratchets, the hoes, the bust downs, the
Again,
degenerate women.
you gotta consider your
Let me
surroundings,
finish,
brother,
bro.
because the
Let me
majorities
finish,
of the
brother.
women I
Brother,
know is
allow me to
business owners.
finish.
Finish,
Allow
finish.
me
You
to
know what I'm
finish,
saying?
brother. Allow
Go
me to
ahead.
finish, bro. I'm saying the thought leaders of most of our young sisters. If a young sister is inundated with social media, if she's inundated with television, if she's inundated with what's perceived to be the dominant culture of what young sisterhood is right now, the young sisterhood in America right now is extremely degenerate, and you would be hard pressed to disagree with me on that, brother.
All right,
Okay,
Brother King. I want to address Brother King,
we,
and then I gotta run.
okay,
Um,
good.
kudos to you on surrounding yourself with. It sounds like lionesses. That is great, right? Um, but I think what Moody was saying and what I'm saying is that on the macro stage, the hyenas are winning. You know how I know? Just an example. On with things happen such as when India Ari, which is the lioness, when she spoke out and said, you know,
Mm-hmm.
what did she say? I'm gonna sum it up. So what basically
The
cover it
essence of
up.
this is
It's
not
a
a place to be
time and a
popping.
place for this. Guess what? The lioness didn't speak up. It was the hyenas that was saying, "Shut up, India Ari." You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's a
Mhm.
problem.
Yeah, India
We
Irie
got any
came out
truckers
and
in
said
there?
that. India
We
Irie
got any
came out
truck
and said
drivers in there?
afterwards, it's not a place to be out here twerking
Nah,
and all that type of
Ain't no
stuff.
truck drivers in there?
nah, I ain't dropped no.
No. But I'm gonna play
Okay.
this video right
Well,
here.
just pay attention since I
Y'all hold
said
it
it.
down now.
You said India
Pay,
Arie said what?
Rattlers, probably.
Am I on mute? I feel like Zerubbabel. Am I on mute?
No, y'all was all talking at the same time, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna play this clip and King, check this clip out. This clip is gonna explain what they're talking about. Because basically what they're saying is that even though the people that you're around with, they display a certain level of class and character. We live in
no,
a
it's not even the people I'm around.
well, no, I'm just saying though, but we live in a space in the world in an atmosphere right now where
They got these
women
different
are
thought
allowed,
processes.
well, hold on, because where women are allowed to take what we would call back in the day degenerate behavior and it's celebrated. But I'm gonna let this lady break it down. I'm about to play it right now.
Swing it
Hey
There's
back
man,
no
and
good
hit it.
good
sound.
show, man. I'm out. I gotta go. Y'all hold it down.
Be cool,
All right,
brother.
good.
All
Have a good
right.
one, fam.
Tim, ain't no sound.
Yeah, swing it back, do it. Hit the sound on it.
Ain't no sound?
No,
None.
Nope.
none. Just the words on the screen.
All right.
Narcissistic women and what we've created
Rewind it. We hear it
You
now.
got sound.
and we've created a generation of narcissistic women. And what's happened is the rise of social media and the rise of online dating and the rise of feminism has taught women that they are not to blame for any poor choices. Every poor choice is glamorized. So if you want to be a sex worker, it's great. If you want to post in bikini pictures online, it's fine. If you want to be in it, every poor choice is glamorized. And every internal reflection is seen as gaslighting yourself. So they've even got terms for internal reflection to prevent it happening. And so what will happen is they are trained to not reflect on themselves because we've been told we've been oppressed for so many years. Now it's time to make sure we project. And so we don't take any accountability. And as a result, when we get into relationships, if we don't feel completely soothed all the time, he must be a narcissist. He must be a manipulator. He must be gaslighting. He, rather than I. And unfortunately, we've got an online market that caters to that wounded woman, that caters to that entitled woman, and caters to that narcissistic woman. And it's so wild to me that so many women talk about narcissism, but the society is catering to narcissistic women. If I post a picture online, a bikini picture online, there's nothing my husband can do that can compete with that level of accolade.
Tension.
Impossible.
Mm.
Bro, I had a
And
video.
guess
I was
what?
about to post about that today with Matt Truck, dude that lift weights and everything. He was saying the same thing this lady was saying, man. But yeah, go ahead though, y'all. Go ahead.
That. And guess what they gonna call her? She's a pick me.
A pick me, right? Goldie, unmute yourself. I had mute you on accident.
She's totally a pick me. That's what her label would be.
Right.
Right, because she's addressing the poor behaviors and poor decisions that women make and calling women out for it. So therefore, she's a pick me now. Like, oh, how dare you come out here and point out our misbehavior? How dare you do that?
So I want to say something about we had a show. Me and Tim had a show last week, and we played Miss Ali. What's her name? Shahar. Say her name.
Shaharazad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played Shaharazad, and she was she was addressing men, right? And how they need to play with dolls or something like that. It was something sorts of a nature, not men but boys. I'm sorry. And she had her own reasons why she thought, and
I could tell him why.
well, that's neither here or there why she thought, but that was the premise of the show. Now, somehow, somewhere in this show, Kevin Samuels got brought up, right? And she said that, we were supposed to do something together. We had all these plans, and then he died. And I guess that wasn't supposed to happen, and she laughed. Now, through the whole maybe half-hour interview, that's all the Manosphere heard. They ain't hear shit else.
Can I ask how many Kevin Samuels fans we got here?
It don't matter. That's the same shit that
I
feminists
just want to
do,
know.
where you would say something that is way bigger than what they heard, but they will single out that shit and zoom in on it.
So did a hyena kill Kevin Samuels?
We don't know.
I'm just saying, like,
he wasn't with a hyena.
Terminologies.
He wasn't with a hyena. He was with a so-called lioness when he died.
He was with the other. He was with the other. She was the other.
She was the other?
She was the other?
Yeah. She was an other.
I don't think she was the other.
The man was trying to get his dick wet.
She was definitely a pick
trying to
me.
get his dick
She
wet.
was definitely a pick me. She was trying to get picked.
Yeah,
she was trying to get on a team. She was trying to get picked.
Oh, Keisha, knock that shit off, Keisha.
I'm trying to
Don't do
put the
that.
other though. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What's the other? Like the transgender?
I don't.
What is the other options? The other is the one where you check and you put in your own option.
Oh, okay.
The nigga died because he was trying to hit some young pussy off of Red Bull and probably no dose or cocaine. The nigga was trying to get up in that young pussy and bust his heart. Like, it just is what it is. A lot of niggas do that every day. The old niggas do that every day.
Yeah, that's it. He died off
was
the
the
gas.
fact that she laughed. She made a chuckle after he said after she said he died. She made a little chuckle, and some in the Manosphere, not all, some in the Manosphere just took it as another black woman laughing at Kevin Samuels' death. And
that's
I'm
not
like,
even what
all
it
right,
was.
so when they do things like that, that's no different than when women do it, because women would do the same shit. You have a whole speech. All she heard was the part where you was like, yeah, women need to do this and women need to do that. Like, she didn't hear nothing else. It can be.
Sis, do you understand that grown men, and we're all grown, but more mature men really don't give a flying fuck what young women think or say. There's a certain and I'm like, y'all are going to eventually, when y'all young women rule young men, period. It is there's the competition ain't even fair. A young 20-year-old woman and a 20-year-old boy, there's no competition. The girl run laps around that boy.
Yeah, he's just happy he getting some pussy. All right.
Yeah, there's no competition. That young girl, she getting action from 30-year-old niggas, 40-year-old niggas. That 20-year-old nigga, he jacking off most of the motherfucking time. But as time goes on, once they get about 40, 35, the transition starts to happen. The transition happens to where that young lady, her buses start running a lot slower. And if that young man is anywhere on his shit, his buses start running more frequent. So it's like we don't even.
Is that the
That's why I
wall?
tell you, I don't want to call it the wall,
That's
but
what they call it. They call it the wall. It's on my
yeah.
notes.
I don't want to call it the wall, but the wall, for lack of a better term.
The wall. That's what they call it.
The
They call it the
wall.
wall.
The wall.
The wall. You done ran into it
And
like
guess what? Guess what happens? Guess what happens? Around 40 something, if the man is remotely on his shit, around 40, 45, the man is remotely on his shit. That woman, she can be on her shit. She's not getting checked for the same way as that 25-year-old girl is getting checked for. She's not. But that man, his value just increased. So I tell men all the time, man, don't worry, don't listen to nothing these young women say. Just be on your shit. Don't worry. Who gives a fuck? Okay, yeah, she's calling you an incel. She's calling you a whatever. All right, don't worry about it. Just stick forward with your career, get your money straight. By the time you 45 and you can turn around, she's going to have to acquiesce to some man. The shit that you wanted her to acquiesce to at 25, by 45, she acquiesced to it. By the time you 45, you fucking the 25-year-old girls that you wanted to fuck at 25. Like it's just the way it
but
is.
it's a cycle. It's an endless cycle because, like you said in the beginning, the 25-year-old ain't trying to acquiesce, and by the time she gets 45 or 40, she's going to acquiesce. Meanwhile, you trying to date the same 25-year-old that's not acquiescing. So it's a vicious cycle.
It ain't a cycle. This shit. Some of them go
It is.
acquiesce. Like you'll see. Just look at your homegirls. Or your relatives. Look at your relatives that's 45 years old,
They say
50
you'll
years old,
see.
female relative. You'll see. You look at them, them chicks that's got 2, 3, 4 kids that they working their ass up. They trying to keep their body in shape, but it just ain't working. And they not getting the hollers the way they do. You will see it. You just look in your immediate family. Fuck society. Look in your immediate family.
I mean, I
and
get
then
what you're saying. I'm still going to say it's a vicious
painfully
cycle. It's
obvious.
a cycle. It's a cycle. I'm not saying, oh, well, women could get no. What I'm saying is it's a vicious cycle. It's going to continue to be that way because people keep allowing it.
But I still hear what Derek Jackson said earlier, because it's like we're all of this stuff you're saying is 100% being true, where there are a man's value increases as he gets older and women's value decreases as they get older. That's true. But as a man get older, if he's not the dude like he said in the thing where got a six pack and all of that and in shape, you can be a 40-year-old man 100% on your shit and have a whole pot belly and all of that and not be appealing. But in his mind, he has this thing, well, I've achieved all of this, so this is what I'm finna go shoot my shot for and get. And then when he don't get it, he got a problem.
Yeah.
Or how
I've
he
never
gets it.
He
has a
that,
problem.
Bro. I have never seen a 40, 50-year-old man that's got his shit together that ain't got bitches.
He got a point.
Didn't he pay for those bitches? Though?
I don't give a fuck if he paid for them or not.
Oh, all right. At least you said it. At least you said it. Because I'm like,
he out here. He ain't
that wasn't
sipping. He
mutual.
tricking, but it's okay.
But hey, even if
He
he is
tricking.
tricking,
I'm like, he not sipping.
even if
That's
he is
tricking. That's slow
tricking,
tricking. You know that's what I'm gonna say.
even if he is tricking, she's still taking the money. You're a
Right.
product. You put yourself on a product line.
You're
You know what I mean?
acquiescing. You're
So now he's buying
acquiescing.
product.
that's
you're
still.
acquiescing.
I mean, that's
But
what
at
it
the,
is.
so what
It's still a
actually is the
cycle
bottom
because
line?
he only fucking with the young girls, and the young girls only fucking with him because he got the bread. It's still a cycle.
But what's the bottom line though? Because in your 40s and all of that, you paying, and 50s. If you still if you're still capable, you out there smashing, you doing your thing or whatever. But then when 60 roll around, then what?
Fuck
When
you gonna do then?
you actually looking for a woman that's
Right.
gonna be there, that know the signs of a stroke, and they you don't want to be on a date with a 25-year-old and your left side go limp, and
And
she
she
look
leave
like,
your ass. She
But
she
leave
I
look
don't
your
like,
think
ass.
I
you
don't think I
faces,
don't
you
think a
making goofy
60-year-old
faces at me.
I don't think a 60-year-old nigga is really looking at 25-year-old women. I think a 60-year-old nigga is looking at 40-year-old
45,
women.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what
Mm-hmm.
he's looking at. He's
Your
looking at
40-year-old house
he's looking
people.
at the women that finally want to acquiesce to a man. he's he's looking at the chicks that like finally understand that, hey, I gotta make this nigga a plate. I gotta do this goddamn laundry. He's looking at them.
Facebook, YouTube, you heard it from the men. Stop coming out here thinking that you at a 60-year-old want a 20-year-old or 19-year-old. That shit is weird. Y'all heard
No,
the
that
men.
shit is weird. That
That
shit
shit is
weird.
That shit is weird.
beyond weird.
Like
Wait,
That
wait,
shit.
wait,
y'all
wait,
y'all
wait. Let
y'all
me ask
reaching.
this. Let me
Y'all
ask this.
reaching
So
on
it's
that.
weird for a 60-year-old, but it's not weird for a 45-year-old to want a 20-year-old?
I think a
I
45-year-old, you dating behind 25, 28.
yeah,
I mean, shit.
I don't think no man in his 40s is fucking with a 20-year-old, bro.
Not
Like
no
on
20-year-old, not no
some 20 is
19-year-old. That's
like a really
weird.
young person, bro. Like that ain't
Them motherfuckers
maybe
still learning
They
their
can't even
25.
drink.
Agree
alphabets.
You
on
can't
that.
even drink.
Yeah, they still learning their alphabet. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think no 20-year-old, bro. Like, like
Thinking of
even a
other shit.
25-year-old might be a stretch because these motherfuckers is a little weird these days.
For
But
real.
that's a
Right. I
whole
was
other
like, and that's
conversation.
another thing, Woody. Why I was like, do you know what generation you
Breaking
talking
up,
about?
King. You're breaking up,
Like
King.
Right.
I'm
But like my dad is in his early 70s and his girlfriend is in her 40s. You feel what I'm saying? And they shit working how it's working. You know what I mean? Like
I wish my
they
boy Jonell didn't fall off, because my boy Jonell, he recently told me a story about how he went on a date with a woman, and she asked him, what's your age range on like women that you would looking to date, and he told his age range, and she said, you would date a woman that's like 25. That's weird. That's gross. And then he asked her, but what was her age range, and she mentioned a man that would be 20 years older than her. And he was like, why is it weird that you're saying that you would date a man 20 years older than you, but it's weird that as a man that's weird that
And
I would.
how old was she?
She was like 40.
Damn.
She trying to get it.
she was an
She
older
trying to
woman.
get
That's how most
a
older
pension or
women
something.
feel.
Yeah, she's trying to get an insurance check, huh? She
Yeah.
on her bag. I'm gonna
Life
give me a
insurance.
birthday
Get
$1
that life
dollar.
insurance.
She
Wait
want
till
that
this
bag.
bud.
Yeah, that's it.
Welcome, Percy, to the platform. Healthy, wealthy thinking.
What's up, folks?
What up, folks?
Welcome,
Listen, man.
Percy.
Guys, I gotta
Hello,
get
hello.
ready to take off, but man, it's been an awesome conversation,
Right.
man.
Thank
I
you.
love
Appreciate
y'all.
you,
That'd be
Rod.
cool, bro.
Y'all
All
stay
right.
up.
Appreciate you, Rod. You got to do your show now, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got to get
Well,
your life up.
yes, sir. Peace
All
and
right. In
blessings.
a minute.
Bye.
Yeah, but
Percy, you late.
dope
Percy, who was
conversation,
you?
y'all, man.
I was editing a video.
Oh, he was working.
That's what he called it. That's what you call it? Edited video.
What you mean?
That's what you call it.
What you call it?
It was edited video.
You say what?
You was watching the video.
Hey, what up, cuz? I ain't even.
What's up,
What up,
folks?
Percy? What up?
What's up with you, man?
What's up? Coolin', man.
Yeah,
But and I will say this, and just in all fairness, and to speak about dealing with women from other cultures and different, the way the different upbringings. brothers, if you're going to deal with women from other cultures, most of us are going to have to up our game a little bit. Like even those of us that think that, hey man, I'm ready to be a husband, or I'm gonna get me a woman and she's gonna do this, that, and the other, and then this, that, and the third. Like you, those other cultures of women, you're gonna have to be a little bit different to deal with them. You ain't gonna be able to go into the relationship the same way you deal with some of our sisters here in the States. Like you can't deal with foreign women the same way you deal with American women in a real relationship. It's just not gonna work, so it's
I've said that as well.
yeah,
Just not as
you're gonna have
eloquent
to,
as you did.
yeah, it's gonna take some change on your part as well. Brothers think they can just go to another country or another culture and scoop a broad up like she a ground ball at shortstop. No, it ain't that fucking easy. You're gonna have to, in order to, you're gonna have to figure out the cultural customs of those people, and you're gonna have to adhere to the cultural customs, because they're, most of the time, almost all of them are very family oriented, and whatever their culture says is the norm, you gonna have to fall into it,
Fall
or
into
they
it.
gonna be
They family orientated, and black men in the United States is that ain't my babies. So yeah, it's
right.
it's a
Right, yeah,
clash.
they're very into
Shit.
individualism,
That's
and I said that. I
stereotypical,
said
man.
that.
That's
Well, it's
Shit.
stereotyping,
Moody.
bro.
It's
Shit,
Brother
they got
Moody
them.
fault that I said this in the men's forum, because I'm always trolling in the men's forum, because whatever men are, that's where I'm gonna be. So I was in there and I said that. I was like, I don't understand how Western men go to non-Western countries doing Western shit
It's
and then
not
get
gonna
mad
work.
at their outcome.
Right.
It's not gonna work. Like, you can't say, "Oh, I don't like Western women," but you are super Western man. You're everything about you is individualism. You don't have
Right.
a sense of
It
elders
don't work that way.
control some
Right.
shit over. Like, you don't. You ain't have, like, your grandmother didn't tell you, like, yeah, your wife was right and this is what y'all got to do for the betterment of the family. Like, we don't have shit like that over here. We
Right.
got nursing homes. They don't have nursing homes. A lot of those cultures don't have life insurance because the culture take care of each other.
They take care of their
Y'all
mama.
know
Their
that?
mama get old.
Like,
They
Right.
move. Yeah, they take care of
That's a
their
great
mama.
that's a great
would
point,
pay for
Keisha.
the
That's a great
funeral and
point.
things like that. Like,
Yeah, that's a great point.
but that's you sparked that. Like, so it made me start, investigating some
Yeah,
things.
that's a great
And I'm
point.
like,
Like
yeah, they
those
don't
other
have.
cultures get down different, you know.
These
But
are
you
the
know, these
same
niggas will
men
figure it out.
and women that don't honor their elders and their mothers and their fathers, and if they think that their children not supposed to take care of them. I'm like, well, what the hell we having them for? If they're not
Right,
supposed to
right.
take
That's
care of
like
us,
the
and
that's like the
who
that's
take
like
care of us
the
when
black.
we old? Like,
But that's what I'm saying. That's like the black women's divest movement. They're not saying that they're gonna become passport sisters. They just saying we're gonna just not deal with black men in America, and we're gonna deal with every other westernized man in the nation except you. That's what their mission statement
Divestment is right,
yeah,
right.
the divestment, right.
yeah,
They're not
So
they
gonna
what?
got
That shit ain't gonna work. Ain't nobody,
yeah,
bro. Ain't nobody put, boy. I can't even say it because I don't even
they
want that
trying to
shit
find a
recorded. What I was about to say.
replacement for a black
I,
man.
I
And
wish I had time.
and the Western men is trying to abandon Western culture. That's totally two different things.
I wish I had time
So
because I
what
had to
is then?
work overtime, so I didn't get a chance to cut the clips. But I had a video of some of the women talking that divest and movement stuff, and pretty much it just sounds to me like they just look down on black men. They adhere to every single negative stereotype black men have, and that's
They
their
do.
reason. And that's their reason to divest, because black men are the least fiscally responsible. They at the bottom of the totem pole on the how we rank, how much the median incomes are. Like we're at the bottom. It's black men are not family orientated, but the numbers show the opposite for that. It's just every single stereotype that was their reason for saying this is why we should not deal with black men. And
Let
this is
them go, bro. Let the motherfucker. You ain't understanding me, bro. Like
you don't understand me, goddamn it.
Like
It's like I just you
don't
just not
stop
getting
trying to
it.
hold. Stop trying to hold on to something that wants to go on the other side of the fence. Let that shit go on the other side of the fence. Let it. I mean, like a whole like I've said this a gazillion times. Let them do whatever the fuck they want to do. Stop trying to talk to them about getting right. Let them do what the fuck they want to do. It's like, remember when you was a kid? I'm from the old school generation. I remember my parents caught me smoking cigarettes, and guess what they made me do?
Smoke
The whole pack.
Smoke the whole pack.
Smoke the whole pack. And I didn't touch a motherfucking cigarette for probably about 25 years after that. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta, if that's what you want to do, I'm not gonna stop you from doing. I'm finna indulge you in doing it. I'm finna gorge you out on that shit. And then you gonna realize it. Do I really want to do this, or do I want to do something else? So we can't. They want to be above reproach. Okay, fuck reproach. Go do what the fuck you want to do, and then guess what you gonna realize? You gonna realize that these other groups of men ain't putting up with your shit either.
Eat them. Dick you down and kick you out.
That's just the thing, though.
Fuck out of here.
That goes right back to the wall, though, because the thing about it, like, because all day at work, I've been listening, doing my research, listening to all these videos, all these different factions, right? And when I got to them, I found it interesting that, well, not even just them, every single one of these factions were a bunch of single individuals telling other single individuals how to have a relationship. And I just
Absolutely.
That sounds like COINTELPRO, bro.
It's like, what the fuck is going on here? Like,
I don't know if it's popular anymore, bro, but about 15, maybe 20 years ago, there was a book. I don't know if I'm quoting the title correctly. There was a book written by a black girl, and the title was How to Date a White Man, or something to that effect.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. And the very first, damn near the introduction, you know what she says? Do not do the things that you do to black men. White men are not going to accept it. It's like, so that means that it's a consciousness, the shit that they're doing, they know they're doing it, bro. They literally know they're doing it. So why would you sit here and try to, okay, sis, go right ahead. You got all the answers. Black girl magic, make it happen. Get out the way. Let them do their shit, bro.
We do
like
got
for
the
real,
answers,
for real.
like,
They the
all
smartest
black
group of people
got
in the
the
country.
answers to their shit.
Get out
But
the
they
way.
do.
Let them do
The
their
bitches
shit.
do got the answer. They just don't like it. You can have all the answers and not like none of the motherfucking options. Okay.
I think if
But
you're
you
a
gotta,
sucker,
as men, we gotta get out the way. Let them do their shit, and they're gonna realize that they either have to dramatically change as individuals, or they're gonna realize ain't shit men come in all colors.
I think if you lay up there and be on some sucker shit, you'll allow yourself to devalue yourself in order to allow this type of behavior to put any type of wrong perspectives in your mind. You know what I mean? Like, you have to accept that shit. You have to agree to it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care how she look. I don't care what she's doing for you. I don't care how this went for you. If you choose to go through that, that's what you choose to go through. But some people feel like they're in a process where, hey, if I do this, this gonna work. If I'm gonna be that far, this gonna work. Nah. And once you realize and hold value for yourself, you realize you just deploy that she can do what she can do for you, but she doing things to get you to inadvertently move a whole different way. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta move away from that. Like, a lot of people really lay up there and eat those red flags. I don't know why, but
So to Mugabe, to what you
What's up,
just
bro?
said right to what you just said right now, listen to this.
Black women, you want to know what to do for black men? Do for black men what you would do for a white man, and that would be just fine.
If you want to date outside of your race, you need to be disciplined. When they say we're going to the gym at 5:30 in the morning, you better be up at 5 o'clock getting ready. They are not going to deal with the lack of discipline. And what we make black men put up with, they are not going to go for that. And what we make black men put up with, they are not going to go for that. And what we make black men
I need that on a t-shirt right there.
Uh-oh.
Hey, send me that video, bro. Send me that
That's
video
what
right there, bro.
I told you, bro. Like y'all
Nate,
playing game.
come
Y'all
on,
trying to
man.
y'all sit up here trying to preach to motherfuckers that already know what the fuck they doing, bro.
Yeah, man. What is wrong with this shit?
They being willfully. It's willful, bro. It ain't. They're willfully doing that shit. And if you want to put up with it, keep putting up with it.
You putting up with that
sick.
shit.
That's sick right there. That's like a mental illness. That's like passed on.
Yeah, and then actually, some of that mental illness is passed on generation to generation. Man, the auntie gave it to the niece gave it to the grandma passed it to the mom, and it's back down to the bitch you trying to highlight. You see what I'm saying?
Bro, really, bro, you ain't. That's not funny though, fam.
With me. Goldie agrees with me. That shit is a cycle.
Man, let me tell you. Let me tell you something. A whole different approach. And if y'all watch it, and somebody watch my shit local, you know what I'm talking about. They be passing on voodoo and shit to each other to try to play with you in the household. They play on you on a spiritual level. Like it's all kind of goofy shit these chicks be doing, learning all this
Instead of
falsified
getting right.
information instead of cooling with people that's gonna help build with them. What the fuck is wrong with you, motherfuckers? Like it ain't that hard. It's like peeling a banana. Be like for real. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I hate to get frustrated behind it because I don't agree to that shit no more.
Nah, man. Hey, I've been through that shit, bro. Like I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Shit.
Like, for real.
Y'all go learn.
Oh, I learned.
I learned, boy. with these stripes, I'm here, bitch.
I muted you just because you had an echo. That's all. That's why I muted you, Jessica. That's all.
I learned.
Definitely learned.
Well, like I said, sometimes we gotta understand that the people that we want is not always going to be everything that you want, but their character is what you want the most. They might not look exactly what you how you want them to look. They might not be as tall as you want them to look. They might not be as sexually adequate as you want them to be, but character
The biggest
traits
thing, though, biggest thing, though,
all.
Morphine, is that we gotta understand and accept that just because you want a person and that person is your type, like Paul says, that don't mean you they type.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Why they fucking with
is
you?
that too? They're not. The thing is that a lot of people getting mad because they're not attracting the person that they want to attract. Same thing with women. Women get mad because they're not attracting the men that they want, and men get mad because certain women ain't attracted to them. Like so,
there's another
they
side.
think that should be.
There's another side to that, though. Too. Hold on. There's another side to that. The other side to that is that big chubby girl that ain't nobody really checking for, but it's that one dude that decide, I'm dry tonight. Let me hit up Plan Triple Z. He hit up Plan Triple Z. Then he smashed the big girl, and now she feel like this whatever this type of dude is, it's her speed now. Like, and then she gonna anybody
right.
And wreck right into the wall.
Right. That's her speed now.
Hey Tim, can you play the Kendra G vid?
Oh, okay. Let me pull that up.
Yeah, you just spoke it up. Come on, let's hear it. Now, I would say this video for the audience is something where I call super contradictions and being super hypocritical. I want something that I am not type video. I wouldn't date myself type video.
Damn.
Let's go watch it.
Big booty monster, 6-pack.
What's up with you in this 6-pack? Is it like a
Big
beer
booty.
or?
Nah. It's a joke. It's a joke. Like, man, how you like him? I like a red with freckles, big booty monster with a 6-pack. It's just a joke. Like, I mean, a fit red chick with freckles. That's all.
Y'all ready? We're not gonna play the whole 17 minutes though.
What's some deal breakers for you?
No, we're not playing all that.
Overweight.
Overweight
that
is
would
a
be
deal
one.
breaker for you?
Well, absolutely. I'm physically fit,
I mean, but
right?
you,
So I mean,
okay.
so I don't want to walk down the street and we look like the number 10. You know what I mean?
Somebody already physically fit.
Mm-hmm. I don't do the weave or the fake nails. No weave, no fake nails. I know, right? No, it gotta be 100% natural. So that's a deal breaker for me as well.
But we don't fuck with you either, but it's all good.
It's all love. It's all love. I'm not tripping. Another deal breaker is someone who is Christian.
Wait,
Yeah.
so okay, hold on. So you don't want a girl who has so no weave and no fake nails, and she also cannot be a Christian?
That is correct.
No hallelujahs.
Tell me why.
Well, as you may know, those of you who are listening may know or may not know that Christianity was a religion that was forced upon African people, Black people, during the Holocaust of the enslavement. Right? Studies show that, unfortunately, those of us who acquiesce to the religion of the colonized about it is not. I told him this though.
Okay. So this is Bakari in Columbus, Ohio. He's 37, 2 kids. You were once married. So when you got married, was it under the rules of Christianity?
No.
Okay. So
But I think it's also important to understand that there are some concepts of marriage that are germane to all cultures, religions, etc. Right? In terms of being faithful, honoring your wife, honoring your spouse, so on and so forth.
So why did you get a divorce?
That was a long time ago. Long story. I would just say irreconcilable differences.
Okay. So how long have you been single for?
About 2 years.
2 years. So your last relationship, why did that one end?
Well, she stated that she didn't want to get married. She said that there were some other things that she wanted to do. And so that's something I had to accept.
Okay. So
Fast forward to the part where he was talking about his kids.
I would love to meet.
I'm not mad at that. Now let's say you get married and she has a child. Your child and your former kids would be siblings. She would have to have a relationship with those kids.
Absolutely.
So I say that to say any woman that marries you is going to have to accept the fact that you have 2 kids. So why would you not be willing to accept the fact that she has a child or 2?
Well, and I'm so glad that you asked that question, and I hope my phone doesn't die on me. But typically what happens is one or two things if you date a woman who has children. One, is going to try to get you to financially support them. And then 2, oftentimes they try to triangulate you into some drama with the father. Why would I put myself in that type of situation?
But you don't think that women deal with drama with children?
No, like I have nieces and nephews. I love my nieces and nephews, but I don't love them the way
I don't. If you don't got a timestamp, sis, then I don't know where it's at.
No, you right here. You skipped right at the great part. That's it right there after that. No.
Go back.
He was.
I'm lost.
Go forward.
Where he was at. You skipped.
Go forward.
Go forward or backwards. That's what I'm saying.
Go forward. Go forward.
Y'all want Walmart in the background or he at the office?
The office.
He at the office.
Yeah, started where he was at the office.
He about to say some crazy shit.
Yeah, he already weird. I
I
already hear the fuck shit he about to say.
When people are ratchet and messy and dysfunctional, yes.
But she still has to alter. She still has to share you with that woman. Oh, it's the phone. Did your phone die? Hello, you're back.
Yeah, my phone died on me, so.
So come on, black man. Can you use a charger at least, black man? Well, let's just go through it again. The requirements you desire in your woman.
Right. No weave, no fake nails, no fake lashes. I can't do that. Right. And so I just saw the last punch. I had to say this. So no addictions, right? So you can't be addicted to drugs or alcohol. I don't do any of that at all. So that doesn't work for me at all. I understand people have problems. I pray for you. Hallelujah, right? But it doesn't work for me. So
you said she has to be black too, correct?
Right. And the thing for me is not just black in terms of phenotypically, but also politically. That's what's most important for me, right? Because we know we come in all shapes and colors and sizes, right? So for me, what's most important is that you're black politically, right?
Black political.
This nigga saw Hidden Colors like yesterday. Called the
Right.
show.
That's
Ah,
retarded.
Okay.
That's
And what are your deal breakers besides the opposite of everything you just said?
So I think another thing that the person, if you're not an intellectual, if you're intellectually lazy, that won't work for me because I want to be able to have a conversation with you, right? If you're not someone who likes to read, that's not going to work for me.
Okay.
all right, fast forward.
Yeah,
So
it's very
not
important.
like to read.
Right, someone who doesn't like to read, that's a deal breaker.
Okay.
Someone who's intellectually lazy, that's a deal breaker.
You also said this is what we jumped off of. You have 2 kids. You said the woman can't have any kids.
Right. And here's the thing. I've met women who have told me, hey, you have children, I don't want to date. Cool, no problem. I understand. I get it. Right. And it's because they're not your children. And so, for example, you had talked about, well, if you get with someone, the stepmother has to love your children. No, like I have nieces and nephews. I love my nieces and nephews, but I don't love them the way I love my son and daughter because they're not my children. Right. And so I understand that oftentimes in these type of
That's a different dynamic if you were to marry a woman, right? And especially if you were to marry a woman and then have a child by that woman. Because your siblings, the kids that you already have, will now become related to your other
Absolutely.
child. And I just think that marriage, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, but
Mhm.
marriage, when you're joining in with this person, she is essentially going to be a part of your children's life. So she has to alter her life. So she has to alter her life and accept you for being a father already. Again, you're open. You can have your preference. It just always mind boggles me that basically you wouldn't date you then. You wouldn't date you.
Right. And I'm honest about that, though. I'm honest about that, right? Because the thing is, I know me. Like, I would never mistreat a child, right? But I know I wouldn't treat and love a child the way I treat my own. I could be with Halle Berry in her prime Flintstones movie, right? But I wouldn't treat Halle Berry's children if we were married the way I would treat my own because they're not my own. I would give my life for my children, right? I know I wouldn't give my life for someone else's kid, even if I married them. It could be Marcus Garvey's children. I know I wouldn't do that.
I feel them. I'm sorry.
Because I didn't create them. And I know this is something that is not popular to say, but I'm being honest.
You can stop it. You can stop it. You can stop it right there.
I think oftentimes people, when they
that motherfucker said, I didn't create them. I ain't responsible for them. You're not doomed, but take the cow, take the milk, or whatever that shit is.
I feel him.
I
y'all
mean,
could
you
be
not, but that's fucked up though. Like you ain't gonna save the kid. You just gonna leave everybody else's kid. You ain't. That's fucked up.
so, but with that, does that leave his kid like out there, like?
Yeah, but he don't see it like that.
I think he
And he's
does. That's
saying
probably
if it
what.
does,
That's probably
oh well, I
why he
don't
said
care.
Now, at the end of the day, I think women always say that they want to meet a dude that's gonna just keep it real and be upfront with him and not play no. That's what he did. He like, hey, look, baby, I know I got kids or whatever, but I'm not gonna love your kids the way I love mine, and but that's why I'm looking for somebody with no kids because I don't want to have to even have to deal with that dynamic of
The big daddy drama shit.
Yeah, I don't want to even not even baby daddy drama, but he said that, but not even just taking that out of the equation.
Yeah, he didn't say that about that. He just like
he did say about
like
baby daddy drama
biological
earlier.
term. Like
But what I'm saying is
triangle.
What I'm saying is that he understands himself and he's honest enough with himself to know that me as a man, I'm not finna love nobody kids the way I love my own. And it's not gonna be fair for me to get in a relationship with a woman who got kids and I'm not gonna love her kids like that. So why even put them kids through something like that?
He being fair.
I can respect that. I can
So,
respect
that. Yeah, that makes it.
Can I make a comparison?
Go ahead, Miss Fields. Yes,
so when I have to take my boys to football practice, right? I'm making an example. It's not exactly the same, but it can be complementing to the situation. And my husband always tells me, "Oh, you know, you got this to do, you got that to do. Won't you just drop them off?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not going to drop them off because at the end of the day, the coaches are not going to care for my children
The way I
the way that they're going to care for their own children. So if I'm there and something happens, I can run and grab my children and take care of my children. The coach, a lot of times they got their own kids on the football field, right? They're going to go and protect their children first versus my children. And I'm not saying that to be like where I'm not saying that they don't care about my children, but their first instinct is to protect their own children. And that's why, like, I will never drop my children off at a football game, at a football practice or anything, because I need to be there. Somebody needs to be there, either me or Billy, so that way if some shit goes down, we can protect our children because we are going to do that the best because we're their parents, if that makes sense.
So you understand the brother's sentiment then?
I do. I'm not saying, I mean, and he has every right to feel the way that he does. Biological children versus stepchildren is a huge factor.
And I can see how people will see it as hypocrisy because it's like how you got kids, but you're gonna only date somebody that don't got kids.
He might find a love of his life,
yeah,
but chick that probably can't have kids.
Well,
I mean, to me,
I don't know how.
it's not even about
Did
him.
he say how old he was? Because I didn't. Did he say how old he was? Because
No,
he may be
never said his
open.
age.
He may be open if he's in his 40s or something. He may be open to dating a woman that has kids, but the kids are grown. You know
He
what I
did
mean?
look a little older. I would say, if I had a judge just looking at him, 35 or 45. I know
Right.
that's a little broad, but
Well, his
that would
age
be my
range in
guess.
dating was what, 30 to 40. So he
Yeah.
might be in his 40s.
Yeah.
Like so. But the only thing I could say about his statement was for him to have that preference or that logic, but don't want the woman that don't have any kids to have that logic with his own children, because she can feel that way with her own biological kids she have with him versus the one she hasn't. Now
All
what?
right. Now, since we're talking about blended families, my man right here met a woman that got 6 kids. He had a baby with her, married her, and he adopted all 6 of her kids. He didn't just be stepdaddy; he adopted them. So he freed if they was all by the same man or whatever the case may be. He freed their father from any fiscal responsibility, and he took it all onto himself by adopting them. Is that
God
a
bless
sin?
him.
You on mute, person?
Nah,
What'd
go
you
ahead.
say?
Nah, I was just looking at the picture thoroughly while you're talking. That's it.
Okay, yeah. Only the baby he holding is his baby. All
So
the
who
rest of
that
the
other
kids,
black baby?
I don't know. He looked like he might be a little Latino.
It's 2 babies. It's 2 babies. Can you blow that picture up a little bit?
I'm saying this is
Blow that picture up a little bit.
yeah,
Just
blow it a
slightly,
little
brother.
bit.
Let me see if it'll let me
Like,
blow
Let
up.
me wipe
make it
my
across the
glasses.
screen. Take us out.
Oh no!
Yep.
Did it blow up?
clean my glasses here.
It didn't blow up. What I hit the wrong
Like,
button.
come on. Hold up, man. Was they at the horse track? Come on, bro.
I hit zoom and it didn't zoom.
I'm looking at other things, man. Like, yeah, it's a whole lot of dynamics going on with that right there.
Hold on, wait. Let me see if I can send you a better picture of this.
That's as much as I can see right there.
I'm gonna just send you a picture because without all that, because I actually got a picture. Damn, I don't got a picture of him and the kids.
Yeah,
though.
I've seen it on the feeds where he adopted all of them.
Right.
Yeah,
All right,
it
so
said-
Tim, take us off the screen and just leave that on screen.
I didn't already
That's it.
closed it. Let me,
All right, well, I'm just saying, looking at my
I mean,
phone,
it's a nice gesture. I wouldn't do it, and I'm a whole woman.
I really want to know. It was two
now,
babies.
hold on,
It is
hold on,
in this picture
hold
right
on,
here. In this
hold
picture
on
right
now.
here,
Let
it
me
is
say
two
this real quick.
babies. It is two little brown babies in
Yep.
this picture,
Yep.
and I want to know who the other brown baby. It's a brand new baby.
A
Did he
brand
have
new
twins?
baby.
Now,
Maybe
Did
they
he
had
have twins?
twins.
now, when me and my
They had to
homegirl
have
was talking
twins.
about this earlier. Me and my homegirl was talking about this earlier, and she had to throw the whole woman's monkey wrench. She was saying, you notice that this black man, he did this for others, but would he have done it? Would he have adopted all 6 of them babies if it was a black woman that had 6 babies?
In the Tyler Perry movie, yes.
In a Tyler Perry
Good
Tyler
job,
movie.
Perry
Tyler
movie.
Perry.
Man, I mean, I got one that's not biologically mine. I adopted her, but I wouldn't have did 6.
That's a huge
Sick.
responsibility.
I wouldn't have did 6.
I
But
wouldn't have. I'm a woman, and I'm sorry. I would not have adopted 6
Would he be
kids.
classified as a simp?
nah, he might hit the Powerball
If he
tonight,
was
though.
with a black woman, he would be classified as a simp. If he was
Yeah.
with a black woman,
Facts.
and here's the thing, and here's the
So
excuse.
Facts.
The
that's
excuse
what the homegirl
was,
was
the
saying.
excuse was because she treats him better. And I was like, so did she not treat the last 6 better, or 5 or 4, or how many baby daddies? We don't know. They never gave us information of how she got these 6 babies for a reason. So
What
She
if
was
treated
Who did all
did
that
she just
damn?
stop being
Hey,
a good woman?
Mugabe Hall calling. I had to mute him.
Yeah, I'm not adopting no 6 babies. I don't give a
Yeah,
damn.
that's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a
see
lot.
see
I'll
what
take
y'all
That's a
looking
lot,
at
and
is this.
especially for y'all men, because once you do that, once you make it legal, you're responsible.
You're responsible.
You're responsible.
For
Once you
6
sign that paper and
other
say, I
men, white
adopt these
babies.
children,
Check it out.
insurance
See, y'all
alone
y'all
bust
y'all
up.
missing the whole point. She probably treating him different than the way she was treating them white men. So she treating the white man different than the way she treating the black man. That's why the black man adopted all 6 of them kids.
So it's
So
the
it's
same.
everything y'all talking about, but it's going the opposite way.
Yeah, in reverse.
yeah,
Right.
I was about to say that. Uno reverse.
Yeah, she over there.
Yeah. Well, she said Uno reverse. Yes.
Uno reverse.
She probably
Uno
got a video
reverse.
somewhere where she's
Yes.
saying
It was
she
a
might got
Uno
a video
reverse.
somewhere. She might got a video somewhere saying where all the stuff that we've made white men put up with.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
And then she
Exactly.
found her black
These black
cane.
men ain't gonna put up with it.
They
You
ain't
wanna
gonna
get a
put
black
up with
man?
it.
Don't treat him like a white man. Don't treat him like a white man.
Treat
Yeah.
them like the suckers. I mean, the kings that they are. Yeah.
Only a king can take care of a
And meanwhile,
tribe.
black men telling us to treat them like white men. Like, this shit is crazy. It's crazy in these social media streets. I'm telling y'all, it's a lot of similarities on on both ends that are at war with each other. So I kind of believe and agree with Moody, brother Moody Y, when he said, "Yo, you might win some battles, but this war is never gonna be won because it's always going to be like this, like."
Right.
You know,
All right.
it's
So
always gonna be that way.
we at the 1 minute mark now. We about to hit 2.5 hours. I want to thank every single person that tuned in, every single person that come onto the panel. Thank you for supporting us. It's been another episode of More Contentious Conversations with the Average Black Man. And again, I thank all of you guys for coming on. And hopefully you guys will be here next week. Well, I think we might skip next week. So the week after next week.
Yeah, we might have a bye week.
Have a sabbatical. You know what I mean? Not have a sabbatical. But everybody, go ahead and say your sign offs. If you got anywhere you want to have people follow you, let them know.
Absolutely.
I ain't got nothing. Just thank you for I'm sorry I wasn't as active today. I had a pipe burst, some shit happened, some stuff leaking from my ceiling. Hopefully that's gonna give me some new carpet in the paint job because I'm gonna finesse it. But thank y'all for having me as always, and next time I'll be more attentive if my roof ain't leaking.
Appreciate it.
Well, I would say this: make sure you follow your girl Morphine at More Contentious Media, and I'm everywhere right now, but Snapchat. I really can't get into that. I figure that's a little outside of my generation. But you can catch me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I am everywhere. More Contentious Media, and we're here with the Average Black Man Show, making more contentious conversations with the average black man. I didn't get to that.
You were struck. I heard you fumbling. I heard you. I felt it. I felt it.
You felt my. I was there though. I was getting it.
Yeah, it was this right here.
But I was looking into the camera. With more contentious media on the Average Black Man Show. Thank y'all guys for joining, and thank y'all guys for following us. And hopefully you guys will return the week after next.
We got the next.
Go ahead, P.
We get the next.
Well, hold on. Let me get my see. I gotta do my skit right now. Let me go through it. So this is Fergie Sheldon. I have a group called Healthy Wealthy Thinking, where I cook plant-based foods. And at the moment right now, we're building a course that teaches people how to pretty much do plant-based recipes. You can follow me at Healthy Wealthy Thinking at Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook. I'm all over the place under Healthy Wealthy Thinking.
All right.
Nola, go ahead. Nola by nature.
Nah, man. This is one of the many people I support. My name is Goldie. You can follow me on IG and Facebook at Goldie Wan WAN Shinobi. All together. Basically, what I am is a marketing person for 504 Fresh, personnel for 504 Fresh on the board, coffee business owner at Magnolia Grinds, and all we do is try to make the things in New Orleans fresh every day possible. You can follow me on those pages. We just link up. Thank y'all for inviting me to the show. I love this show. Keep up the good works.
Mugabe, if you're not asleep, unmute yourself and shout yourself out. Okay, he's asleep. All right, so you can follow me at the Average Black Man Show on all social media, on X, Twitter, whatever it's called now, Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, and here on YouTube. Shout out to my boys, All or Nothing Gang. And everybody, again, I appreciate all of y'all for coming on, and into the next episode.
Next episode. See y'all later.
All right.
Deuces.